Hey, this is Dave.
Matt.
And Zap.
And welcome to the Vintage Cinema Review,
where every week we review some of our favorite films from the past.
Hey, there ain't no late fees here.
Silence is golden. And be kind. Rewind. I never tire of the nostalgic noise of a VCR.
Oh, I know. JW, what are you loading up there in the VCR?
Spies Like Us.
Yeah, what's up? We got a special guest again.
Yeah, we got a special guest sitting in for Matt. JW.
I will do my best to fill his chair proudly.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
And I appreciate you disinfecting the microphone.
Yeah, hey,
we try.
You know that breath can come back and grab you.
Yeah, that mic's been getting work lately. A lot of different mouths in front of that mic.
Hey,
Oh my. So Spies Like Us, huh?
Yeah, so this is JW's pick.
Oh, absolutely.
I will take this opportunity right now. JW, thank you very much for this trip down memory lane. I had slept on this movie for decades. I mean decades. I am certain I haven't seen this since the 80s. I have been wasting my life. This is a great comedic masterpiece.
I have routinely watched this since the 80s.
Okay.
This is one of the movies I could not wait when my kids got old enough to
partake in it.
Yeah. I mean, we've all got one. We've all got our one. Like mine, I'm sure if it's not well known, is
Real Genius. Right?
Real Genius. Thank you. Sorry, stroke.
Even I know that, Zap.
Yeah, Real Genius. So that's my one. That's my 80s go-to.
Oh, yeah.
And this, I'm guessing, is yours.
It is. I mean, it's drippy Cold War. We know who our enemies were. Slapstick, SNL, Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, you name it.
This is the textbook 80s comedy movie. Textbook.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was definitely good. I haven't seen it since back then. I don't even know that I saw the whole movie back in the day. So I appreciate it.
I think I stumbled upon my old man watching it on some cable channel and first watched it halfway through when I was probably 10 or 12 years old.
Nice.
Like, ooh, what is this? Yeah.
Yeah, so let's get into it, guys. So Spies Like Us. This was rated PG with a 1 hour, 49-minute runtime. Release date on this, December 3rd, 1985, my birthday.
Nice.
But 10 years, I was 10 years old that day.
Nice.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. So that was the premiere across the United States, December 6th. And then United Kingdom, February 14th, 1986. That was a year later. Wonder why they waited.
Couple of months.
Oh, I guess it was. Yeah. You're right. I'm looking at the year.
I understand.
So this, right? So this is directed by John Landis. We know him from Animal House.
Of course.
Right? Beverly Hills Cop, Trading Places.
Yeah.
And Three Amigos, yeah. Screenplay by Dan Aykroyd, Lowell Gans, Babaloo Mandel. I don't know, he's some crazy names.
Babaloo.
Yeah, Babaloo. Story by Dan Aykroyd and Dave Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Wendy's.
Same name, different outfit. Different guy.
I wondered that too when I saw the name.
Yeah.
When I saw him, I remembered, oh, yeah, that's Dave Thomas.
Yeah. What's funny is there's a good friend of mine. His name is Dave Thomas. So I'm sure he's lived with this his entire
His whole
life.
time, yeah.
Like, hey, man, are you the guy from Wendy's or are you the guy from Strange Brew?
Yeah, right. So this was produced by George Folsey Jr. and Brian Grazer. Another name I know. Beautiful Mind, The Grinch, 8 Mile, Apollo 13.
Palm Sweaty, Mom Spaghetti.
That's right. And I think you like this TV show, Arrested Development, right?
Ooh, wow,
In my humble opinion, the best sitcom ever of all time. It is the best sitcom. Now, look, The Simpsons is up there, but because it's animated, it kind of throws you. So from a live person standpoint, Arrested Development is just the greatest sitcom of all time.
That is one of the ones I have on DVD.
Yeah.
And,
You like it too?
And the best lawyer name in any show ever.
What is
Bob Loblaw.
Bob Loblaw.
Wow. I've caught episodes here and there. I mean, I like it when I see it. So
Played by Scott Baio.
in Arrested Development, Scott
Shit,
Baio?
yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't see him in there.
You need this show in your life, my son.
So I got Lost.
You definitely need to watch Lost, the
And now
greatest
Arrested
of all time dramatic series, and you need Arrested Development.
Arrested Development.
Yep.
I'm on it. The budget on this, $22 million. Box office, $77.3 million. Pretty good. So filming dates on this, February 8th, 1985 through May 24th, 1985. And the filming locations, Norway, Morocco, California, and England.
Nice.
Oh, also DC.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's pretty much all I have for that. I guess I'll turn it over to Zap for the cast.
All right. Now, there were a ton of people in this movie. A ton. Pared it down to the significant roles. So, the cast of Spies Like Us includes, but is not limited to, Chevy Chase as Emmett Fitzhume, Dan Aykroyd as Austin Milbarge, Donna Dixon as Karen Boyer, Bruce Davison as Agent Ruby, William Prince as Agent Keys, Bernie Casey as Colonel Rhombus, Steve Forrest as General Sline, Tom Hatton as General Miggs, Frank Oz as the moderator of the Foreign Service Board exam, Heidi Sorensen as Alice, that's Fitzhume's supervisor, Vanessa Angel. God. Oh, I need to do that one more time. Vanessa Angel, Svetlana Plotnikova, Bjorn Thompson, Sergei Rusakov, and Garrick Dombrovsky as the Russian rocket crew. and a special cameo appearance by none other than Bob Hope.
Yeah, Bob Hope was in there.
Bob Hope is awesome.
And there was quite a few cameos.
Dude, that guy made it to 100 years old.
No way. 146 years old. Is that what?
That boy is 127 years old.
127 is what it is.
So Bob Hope was born in 1903 and he died in 2003.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
So I don't want to jump the gun on something that might come up later, but for the amount of times and decades that this movie's been around that I've seen it, I never understood Bob Hope's cameo. Is that something you guys have to chat with later?
We can. I could easily dive into it.
Yeah. So apparently there were these Road to movies.
There it
with,
is. That's
with
the answer.
Bing and Bob.
Correct.
And it was an homage, a nod to some of the way this movie came about.
Correct.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
That's wild.
Let's not forget Bing Crosby. I mean, God bless that guy.
Oh, yeah.
See, I kind of missed those movies. My parents weren't really into the Bing and Bob movies, so I can't say I'm aware of them and know the genre, but
I grew up having older parents, so I was exposed to all of it.
All that stuff.
I mean, all of it. I mean, literally, I skipped a generation relative to, like, or I should say my parents skipped a generation. I skipped a generation. Like, my parents were in their early 40s when I came around.
right.
So
right.
there it is.
Well, and I was exposed to movies like Spies Like Us through my father.
Right on.
Yeah, no doubt. I didn't know that, though. That's pretty cool. I was wondering why he was in that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's it for the cast then, how's that?
Yep, that's
pretty
it.
much it. So we'll turn it over to JW for a brief synopsis. And he has the actual VHS here.
The actual in
VHS.
pristine
In the
condition,
box.
by the
Do you want to
way.
hear the tape come out of the box?
Let's hear it. Oh, man.
That felt good.
It's a sound from the 80s.
Man,
It is, man.
Smells
It
okay.
even smells like it.
Smells okay.
it smells like China.
They're double agents without a sneaking suspicion about what their assignment is. But if it has anything to do with comedy, it's sure to be, quote, mission accomplished. For Saturday Night Live alum Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd romping through their first movie together, Spies Like Us. As two workaday government desk jockeys who cheat their way through a civil service entry exam and, incredibly, become globe-trotting undercover operatives, Aykroyd and Chase generate the zany, verve, and nutty spontaneity of a Bob Hope Bing Crosby road movie. Indeed, Hope turns up in a marvelous cameo, golf club in hand. Top secret, eyes only, and laughter assured as our two heroes outmaneuver the CIA, the KGB, and some missile-minded maniacs in a way that will make you wonder, with spies like this, who needs enemies?
That was awesome.
That was great.
That was riveting.
Thanks.
Yeah. And, you know, it's funny. He brought this actual copy, and there were parts scrubbed from the internet when I looked it up.
Yeah.
So he has the OG one.
Look, man.
You don't get Workaday.
No,
on the
You
internet.
cannot believe everything you read on the internet.
That's right. So I guess that's it for that. Then it's time to steer through the movie a bit.
Yeah, let's steer through. So it is interesting with movies like this, and we don't do movies like this often enough. I am reminded of this particular style where you're watching this movie more for the scenes, like the one-off zany comedy, quick, just oddball stuff. I mean, and how can you really walk through the movie like that? So I'll certainly take us through the plot.
Right.
But this movie is just chocked full of I mean, just facial expressions and just moments and one-liners that, I mean, I'm hoping that, you know, all of you jump in here and, you know, remember them on your own if you can, and, you know, help me out as we go.
We'll do.
All right. Our movie begins while a U.S. satellite intercepts the activity of a Russian missile convoy making its way through the forest, transporting an intercontinental ballistic missile. Immediately after, a nondescript van from Ace Tomato makes its way to a D.C. suburb, its driver ultimately conveying the missile information to an intelligence location set up in one of the brownstone homes. Within the covert suburban intelligence station are agents Ruby and Keys. It's decided that a few individuals, spies if you will, are needed to investigate the goings-on in the USSR. Moreover, it's determined that 2 teams of spies should be sent, one to fulfill the mission and one dummy team to distract the enemy from the real team. We're introduced to Austin Milbarge, a tinkerer and a codebreaker, currently wasting his life away in the basement of the Pentagon with aspirations of becoming a secret agent. We're also introduced to Emmett Fitzhume, a lazy employee of the federal government who only got a job thanks to being the son of a U.S. envoy. The Foreign Service Board exam is a way out of the basement for Milbarge. For Fitzhume, it's a means to live up to the challenges of a co-worker who believes he couldn't pass it. Both commit to taking the exam. So we haven't taken the exam yet.
No, not yet.
So anything before this. So, wow, action-packed.
I like that he was there like before YouTube even existed. Like, how's he watching that on his computer?
I know, right?
Fitzhume, Chevy Chase's character.
He's on his computer. This is 85 when they record it. He's watching that old Bing Crosby movie.
With the United States president.
Yes.
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan.
That's right.
Yeah, a little nod to him as an actor, and also his mug pasted throughout this movie.
Everywhere.
So that's actually one of my little talking points here, that Reagan portrait. So that's the one. If you look up a picture of Ronald, just if you type in Ronald Reagan and you click on images, that's the first one. It is his presidential photo. It is, to me, so he's my favorite president.
Right.
I actually have that portrait
in your wallet,
framed. Not in my wallet, but I do have it framed.
Do you think you have to get that cleared to put all that in movies and stuff? Like pictures of Reagan and all that?
No.
You don't
not
think?
back then.
No.
Probably not now.
Well, you're the lawyer. You would know.
No, but I can see where you're going with that because he was an actor.
Right.
Correct.
So, but I think like name, image, and likeness wasn't such a big thing back then. And in fact, I mean, any press is good press.
Right.
So, I mean, here we are 40, years down the road from when this came out.
Yeah.
And one of the huge themes is just the absurdity of who's in charge in government. I mean, out of the gates, it's Ronald Reagan, the actor.
Right.
You
That's
know?
right. That's right.
And, there's just really, is it which facet of the government or secret agency is calling the strings? And then ultimately, not a spoiler alert, our 2 operatives are the ones that, do things later.
Right.
Right.
Crazy out of the gate, though, the one of the first scenes, the space junk floating around with the satellites.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's only gotten worse up there. Additionally, I fancied something I definitely remembered. So again, while I slept on this movie for a long time, one thing that stuck in my head for a very long time, and still to this day did, was Fitzhume's press conference when he basically makes it sound like his microphone is cutting out.
Yeah, just like that. Gotta leave.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That part was cool.
That was fantastic.
I like down in Dan Aykroyd's down in that basement with the he's got the Lucky Charms out, the McDonald's, the old school McDonald's cups and all that stuff.
He used a decoder out of the Lucky Charms
They still do cool stuff like that in cereal boxes. Like back in the day, that was the thing. You'd get cereal based on, oh, look, they have this inside.
Oh, trust me. Absolutely. I remember going to the grocery store with my mom. Look, hey, I want the box of this because I want the toy. You need to finish your other box. You need to finish the other box of cereal first.
It's not a mistake. The ones with the high fiber on the top shelf and the ones with the toys, the kids can grab at the bottom.
That's right. Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, but he used that decoder ring to decode the message.
That's right.
So right off the bat, you find out this guy's kind of like a genius at that stuff, seems like. He doesn't really have to try too hard.
Yeah, Milbarge has his act together, knows what he's doing, and old Emmett makes it up as he goes along.
That's right. I found that Aykroyd's character in this one almost mirrored Ray Stantz from Ghostbusters.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I felt the same thing.
Smart, intelligent, like really factual based, like they really know their stuff. But same dude doing the character. I mean, he nailed it both times.
The straight guy.
Yeah.
This is after Ghostbusters, right? Ghostbusters was like 84.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, because there's actually a scene later in the movie when Chevy. Well, we'll get to it.
Oh, I like to, real quick before we go on.
It's never really quick.
But this will be. I could have got you Disney Channel for free. I like that. That was cool.
That's
so
right.
I'm guessing you can hack in back then. You know, it's pretty easy.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember cheater boxes when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Back in my day, cable was free and you had to pay for porn.
That's right.
Now it is vice versa.
Flip flop.
Well, it's test day. Milbarge and Fitzhume meet one another for the first time. Milbarge didn't have time to study because his supervisor had withheld the forthcoming test date from him. Fitzhume didn't study because he couldn't have cared less. In true Fitzhume fashion, not only does he attempt to bribe the moderator, he also openly cheats. Milbarge unwittingly assists. Failing the exam miserably and facing significant punishment for their antics during the exam, both Milbarge and Fitzhume are met afterwards by agents Ruby and Keyes. The two are pleasantly surprised to find that, instead of punishment, they've instead received promotions to the position of GLG-20, Foreign Service Operations. Their training begins by parachuting into the middle of nowhere, where they're met by ninjas in a staged ambush, followed by the intimidating Colonel Rhombus, who takes them to training camp. After a rushed regimen of the most basic military training, the two miraculously pass and are informed they're to be sent to Pakistan on a mission, the nature of which they've yet to be told.
Yeah, I like that Colonel Rhombus. Was he in Revenge of the Nerds?
So he was, in fact, the national president of Lambda Lambda Lambda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he was also the principal of the high school attended by none other than Bill and Ted.
Oh, shit. I didn't catch that one.
How about that?
Yeah.
Wait, was he the... No, he wasn't. I'm sorry. He wasn't the principal. He was the history teacher. He was their history teacher.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a hot minute since I've seen that one.
He was the history teacher. Yep. Anyway, Rhombus.
And the most recent season of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Clear nod to Spies Like Us and a couple factions, but I believe that one of the colonels, generals,
Oh, the
maybe.
name.
No, I think in this most recent season, one of those characters is a nod to General Rhombus. Just the way he looks, the collar.
Oh, really?
For sure.
The neck. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like almost like there's an ascot there. Like
Yes.
the fluffed.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And didn't they use one of the names?
They did indeed. There's old Murray in Stranger Things.
I love Murray.
Went by the name Austin Milbarge.
Oh, there it
Nice.
is. Yeah.
P.S. Murray is by far and away my favorite character in Stranger Things. Love Murray. He is just awesome.
Wait, which one's Murray?
What?
You just watched it.
I don't remember, though.
Murray, the guy with the glasses, bald head.
Oh, the guy with the truck.
The guy with the van, the smart guy,
yeah,
the really smart dude.
Yeah, he's bringing all the contraband and
almost Dan Aykroyd-esque.
Correct. The conspiracy
bit more
theorist.
zany,
yeah, he's definitely zany.
Yeah, okay.
He can read people like a book.
Mm.
So back to the movie.
Yeah, right.
Loved Chevy Chase during the exam. I mean, come on, the eye patch, the fake cast, the I can't take it. Oh my God, classic.
I mean, he tried everything to cheat his way through that. He tried to sleep with his professor first or his supervisor.
That was his supervisor. Yep.
Yeah. That's a theme in like every Chevy Chase movie with the girls.
Yeah.
Always chasing, no matter what it is. Even when he's married, he's like hitting on.
Of course. He's just dude.
Russ, can't see the tan lines.
Yeah, right.
Can't see the lines, can you, Russ? Sure can't, Dad.
Now, who was the Frank Oz, I guess, was the moderator or whatever?
Of the exam.
So what was he from? Like, why is he famous? Like I know I saw in the fun facts it was a cameo by Frank Oz, but I don't know who he is.
Frank Oz, I mean, he's done about 1 million voices.
Okay.
Yoda
was one.
That was his voice. Okay,
Grover.
Okay. So he's a voice guy.
He's definitely a voice guy.
I gotcha. I was just curious who Frank Oz. I saw in the fun facts.
Yep.
Like as a cameo by Frank Oz.
Yep.
But
He's got a face for radio.
Yeah, he does for sure. That was some classroom too. All the cameras and like they're gonna get away with this cheating.
Of
you know
course.
what I mean?
I like
just-
the sneaky cameras. It's like ring, the whole thing comes up.
It's
and
so
like,
loud.
oh,
It's so loud. Another scene I fancied, and I think it was this, when they land after parachuting into the woods.
Oh, yeah.
They have an exchange, and the classic, well, what's a dick for?
Yeah.
to be with. I loved how they landed in the middle of a forest.
Correct.
And on top of each other.
Yes.
Yes.
That was precision parachuting.
Surrounded by ninjas.
Surrounded
And
by
if you look
ninjas.
closely, the first ninja that does his ninja thing with his ninja sword, the trees are clearly pre-cut.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
thought
God,
that
yeah.
too. Yeah.
And backlit.
Absolutely.
they're in a backlit forest.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I'm sure if we were to make a movie, we would do the exact same thing.
So I'm sure when I was younger, I fancied myself a spy, you know.
Oh, of course.
You know,
I grew up watching James Bond, and I wanted so desperately, like, wow, when I grow up, I want to be a spy.
But
International man of mystery.
So from an official, quote unquote, American spy perspective, do you guys know anything about the Foreign Service Board exam? I had no idea whether it was a real thing or fictional for the movie. Apparently it is a real thing.
It is.
It is, but I guess a GLG 20 is not.
Correct.
That is correct.
I was wondering what that acronym stood for. And in the movie they reference,
OIO.
well, there was a G, was it ground level, or there was something they mentioned, but there was no GLG to complete the acronym.
To finish it off.
Yeah.
No idea.
Maybe it'll be in Stranger Things.
Ooh.
Find out.
Maybe. A classic Chevy Chase line. Stop right there, and I'll bring back the sun.
That made me laugh aloud when I rewatched it.
So I've done that. I've actually done that in meetings. So I'll present something, and people are happy with the results, right? Financial results or whatever. Let's say it's in the middle of the afternoon. I'll say, and for my next trick, if you can wait a few hours, I'll make the sun disappear. Just a twist on this.
Right,
And when they were surrounded by the ninjas, it was the first of many times that old Emmett Fitzhume is not willing, or is very willing, to sell out his newfound buddy Austin Milbarge.
Correct.
So when Aykroyd picks up a branch, when they're trying to figure their way out of being surrounded, and he says, you better back up. He's going to kill you. His idea is just to pick up a branch to fend off these ninjas.
Sure, because a branch versus ninjas is going to be lethal.
Yeah, and Emmett turns on him and says, "You hear that? Get him. He's going to get you." Yeah, get him.
He flipped on him right away.
Of course he did.
And then he tries to give away his sister.
Yes.
Yeah, he had a picture in his wallet.
That's right.
You can have her. I hear she's good.
This is my sister. Let's see, what else? Oh, during their training, I like watching the old Volvo commercial, the radical vertical impact simulator.
That was awesome.
This is the vertical drop when they're in the shell of that plane right off the roof of a tall building. Priceless. Just comedy gold.
They're waving.
I don't know how many times, dozens, hundreds, I would just say, "Want some coffee?"
Yeah, that was the other scene I remember from this, is that the G-force scene.
Oh yeah, when they come out of the spinning room. Oh, for sure.
That was awesome.
They had just been on the rotor at Hershey Park.
Correct. I was afraid of that at one point.
The
When
rotor.
I was really, really little,
Sure.
I remember.
Of the G-force scene?
I didn't know what it was. All I knew was
Oh.
that kids are coming out of it looking all unkempt, and I didn't want to go in.
Oh, you're talking about the ride.
The ride. It was over in Common Hollow.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I thought you were talking about the scene in the movie.
No, I wouldn't do that. No, I was afraid of the rotor. I was afraid of the rotor.
Yeah,
That was probably my favorite ride when I was a kid.
Well, once I got on it, I
Oh, of
realized,
course, yeah. Just saying, loved that ride.
That's one I liked as a kid, but as I got older, I hated it.
Correct.
I can
It's so
believe
sick
that.
now.
It's when
you
that
know?
inner ear fluid starts to become
Yes.
more viscous.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Ooh, viscous.
Viscous.
Their mission begins. Milbarge and Fitzhume are dropped in a shipping container right in the middle of a section of ungoverned Pakistan, not far from the Soviet border. Surrounded by locals and tribesmen, they're soon to be met by a pair of casually dressed Caucasian men who identify themselves as their contacts. During the group's ride to their checkpoint, Milbarge notices the Russian watch on one of the operatives' hands. Sneaky fucking Russians. Milbarge and Fitzhume distract the two Russians during a pee break, steal the Jeep, and hightail it out of there. They're stopped not long after by an army of freedom fighters on horseback, taken to the local village to await their fate. Within the village are a group of doctors from the United Nations. Milbarge and Fitzhume infiltrate the group, posing as 2 additional doctors. One of the UN doctors, Dr. Karen Boyer, strikes Fitzhume's fancy. In a failed surgery meant to impress Dr. Boyer, Milbarge and Fitzhume find themselves once again hightailing it out of there, this time in an ambulance. Meanwhile, back in the United States, Agents Ruby and Keyes have since relocated to Nevada, where they inevitably end up in a bunker deep underground below the Lancaster Drive-In Theater. While there, and in the midst of a high-level meeting with 2 high-ranking U.S. Army generals, they receive a collect call from none other than Milbarge and Fitzhume, asking them what they should do next. Shocked that they're still alive, Ruby and Keyes stick with the plan of keeping the dummy team operating and direct them to the road to Dushanbe, a road that will take them directly into the Soviet Union.
And there it is. I mean, there's the nod to the road to Hope and Bing.
Yeah.
Pretty blatant.
I like those Russians with the pastels. Like, that's what they were probably looking at catalogs. Like, oh, this is what you wear over there in the United States.
So
the Ralph Lauren, like, 85 collection.
And they get outed by a wristwatch.
Yes.
Yeah, look, attention to detail. I mean, you got that. How could you do that? Why would you, of all things? Come on, you're supposed to be a spy here. You're supposed to be nondescript. And yet they show up in the Ralph Lauren summer catalog,
in the middle of the desert.
catalog in the middle of the desert.
Looking like most yuppie 80s, I suppose, Americans would have looked at the time.
Correct.
And then old Austin Milbarge slips in a little bit of Russian and they chuckle.
That was good.
Chemensha Zhena Temluchech. Ha 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 ha. Which apparently translates to the less you know, the better.
Oh, yeah. It's a good song.
Tame Impala song?
It's a good song, I was going to say, yeah.
Duh.
So, but yeah, once again, when they land, and what does...
they land in a cargo container sideways.
And
then
it rolls.
It magically rolls onto the appropriate way. They were seat belted in there, and they're eating all the possibly delicious snacks. I didn't know what Dan Aykroyd's Milbarge is eating
Old El Paso.
a bag of Old El Paso chips.
Yeah, they come in a box.
Yeah,
like that.
I noticed that too.
I didn't know those things
box?
existed.
I could see where you get the taco box, shell boxes look like that. Maybe you crumble them up, but I haven't noticed that too. I'm like, I don't remember those.
Not at all.
That's wild.
And then what does he do immediately with the Pakistanis? He tries to sell out his old buddy to offer his head as a polo ball.
That's right.
yeah, read it.
He's pretty terrible. He's a bad buddy to have.
Did you know the baseball statistic? The answer to that?
No, I was thinking it was a 1957 American League home run champion.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I know you're a baseball guy. So
no, I off the top of my head, no.
No, okay.
Hank Greenberg.
Why do you think he threw that out there?
No idea.
I was just wondering.
No idea. Maybe just to check. Who knows? Who knows?
Right.
The doctors. Doctor.
Oh yeah.
Doctor.
That's another part that I vaguely remember when it came on. Like, I think I kind of remember that.
I hear people do that shit all the time.
Yeah, maybe it's from that too, just from people reusing it.
Yeah.
Dr. Boyer was quite fetching.
Yeah.
Chevy that.
Once again, Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Always on the hunt.
Always after the ladies.
Aykroyd could care less. Like, he's about the mission, you know.
He's about the mission.
So what was Donna Dixon all about up to that point? Because I know she was the one foxy lady that Garth had the hots for in Wayne's World.
So Donna Dixon, she cut her chops in Bosom Buddies. She played Sonny, Kip's love interest.
Was she married to Dan Aykroyd?
So she was. That's a great question. The answer is
Not
yes
yet.
and yes. So the two met on the set of Dr. Detroit, and they married not long after this movie.
Oh, okay.
They had been married up until 2022.
Wow.
They are still legally married, but they are also officially separated. But they remain married nonetheless.
Interesting.
Yeah. She was one of the doctors.
Correct.
Yeah.
She was the only hot doctor.
Yes.
But was she, though?
Was she a doctor or was she hot?
No, was she a doctor?
Oh. Oh, by the way, Chevy Chase. just grabs her side boob.
Oh,
by
yeah.
the way. I mean, come on. Dude, I guess you could get away with that shit back in the day.
Well, he was a
But
doctor.
his hand was numb, so
Oh,
that's why
right.
he couldn't perform
Right.
the
That's right.
surgery.
He
So he
just-
didn't know what he was doing. But then, curiously enough, the right one made an appearance on the other side as well.
And she just calmly pushes him off.
Yeah,
It was like no big deal.
Oof. Not bad. The failed appendectomy was priceless.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
and
priceless.
now the
First
first incision.
No, step one. First thing, we must shave the patient. And they start shaving his face.
That was
skip
good.
that.
Let's skip that. Step two, we have to, administer anesthesia. He's already knocked out. Step three, begin with the incision.
Correct. With the fumbling of all the instrumentation.
Of course.
Before.
Of course.
And then
Reading the
they-
book, reading the how-to book, how to perform an appendectomy. Okay.
One of my favorite scenes ever like this, I love like imposter scenes where somebody's like representing something they're not as far as like medical field. Is like in House Guest. You ever see that with Sinbad?
No.
And so he.
I've never seen any of Sinbad's
Oh,
work.
it's a great movie actually. Who's the guy that from SNL that died? His wife killed him or something like that.
Phil Hart-
Phil Hartman. Yeah.
God, too soon, man. He went way too soon.
So Phil Hartman's a dentist, and his buddy from college is coming to visit. He hasn't seen him in like 25, 30 years, and Sinbad poses as him, and they're both dentists, and he has him like perform this oral surgery, and he gets his hand in the anesthetic, and his hands are numb, and it's all, but he ends up doing a successful surgery, but he's totally like an imposter. But it's like a hilarious scene, but this kind of reminded me of that. I love that in movies and it's like if you're a professional and you're around that, like you would know right off the bat.
Of course.
This guy's like an imposter.
Of course.
And before they can even make the first incision, the Afghani freedom fighter
Dies.
comes up,
He
dies.
Yeah, I wonder
Gives
how he
last
died.
Gasp of breath, and then they just calmly walk out of the medical tent
Hightail it to the ambulance.
and get chased.
He
There was
definitely
nothing
gets
they
chased.
did though that killed him. You know what I mean?
I heard a lot of the doctor scenes and the surgery scenes were improvised with Aykroyd and Chase.
I can see that.
Oh, nice.
I can see that. If that's true, they nailed it.
Uh,
I wouldn't have had it any other way.
But you wonder what killed the guy. Like it was just like it
His
was nothing-
appendix ruptured.
Yeah, I know, but it was nothing they did, right?
No, they didn't even get the scalpel.
The
in.
scalpel or
No,
nothing.
they
Yeah.
they were testing for muscular
Density or something like that. Yeah.
Bone density and muscular structure.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But the villagers wanted their head anyhow.
Sure.
They had nothing to do with
Well,
it.
because apparently this guy's been laying ill for a long time, and surprisingly or interestingly, there's a whole team of doctors there, and nobody's doing an appendectomy. I wonder why. Let's see if we'll find out. Milbarge and Fitzhume fence the ambulance, their clothes, and their belongings, trading them for local clothes in hopes of blending in. Traveling by bus, they come upon Dr. Boyer while at a toll stop. She's traveling with one of the other doctors. Milbarge observes that the two doctors aren't really doctors at all. Not with that high-grade communication and scrambling equipment they're carrying. They must be spies. First by camel and then by foot, Milbarge and Fitzhume follow the two spies into the Soviet Union. Not long after their arrival into the USSR, they're caught by Soviet road patrol. Milbarge quickly escapes, but Fitzhume is captured and taken to a nearby cabin for interrogation. Meanwhile, Milbarge comes upon a lone Dr. Boyer, whose partner's just been killed in a gunfight. Milbarge and Boyer exchange stories, and we learn that Boyer and her partner were the real spy team on the mission, while Milbarge and Fitzhume were there to be the dummy team. Boyer and her partner's mission was to locate and seize the intercontinental ballistic missile.
Did you know that was a real Russian car they were in? It was called a Volga.
Volga.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
I was wondering
Or
what
Volt.
that,
Yeah, I think it was Volt. Volga. I think it is. Yeah.
This sounds like a knockoff.
Not a Volvo. Not quite a Volvo.
It's like
Right.
the Renault alliance of Eastern
Well,
Europe.
so I just think of like a what's that called? Private labeling of the grocery store.
like
Oh,
Kirkland.
Right, correct. So like,
the Kirkland car.
well, you don't have Dr. Pepper, you have Dr.
Dr. Pibb.
There it is, Dr. Pibb.
Mr.
Yeah.
Pibb.
Yeah,
What's that?
that's it, Mr. Pibb. That's
Mr.
right.
Pibb. That's
Dude,
what it is.
As
Mr.
Mitch
Pibb.
Hedberg said, dude didn't get his doctorate.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
God rest his soul
God
too.
rest his soul too.
Yeah, Mitch Hedberg's. But yeah, that's like a Russian automotive company, I guess. I looked it up because I was like, oh, what kind of car is that? You know what I mean? They're not known for their cars over there, I guess. But yeah.
But when this is where they leave the 2 GLG-20s.
The 2 GLG-20s at this point they departed after the death of the guy by his appendix ruptured.
Correct.
They've left that village. They're driving the ambulance, changed their clothes, fenced the ambulance. They're now dressed as civs, locals, I should say, and they're now on the road to Duambi, whatever the hell that's called.
Dushanbe.
Dushanbe.
So we realize our Dr. Boyer is not a doctor.
That is correct. Karen Boyer is not a doctor.
And she and her partner take off.
Yep.
And then Fitzhume and Milbarge trail off in the distance for a while.
Yep.
And this is one of those scenes where they're all dressed up in the fur.
The local garb. Yep.
To keep warm. And
well, both to protect themselves from the sun, which is beating on them, but two, it's amazing how that climate, I'm saying the local climate will change. You'll go from desert to snow, bro. Like you're climbing up a mountain.
It's like fall and winter in South Central Pennsylvania.
It's just like it.
Yeah, you can tell. Like at this point, Milbarge does all the work. Like he noticed she was putting like that satellite thing in the. He's like, oh, he's very observant. Like he picks out like the watch and now this. Like if it wasn't for him,
no, of course he's the straight man.
Yeah.
And,
that's correct.
Fitzhume would freeze. You'll thank me. Thank me. Yeah,
he's just along for entertainment, I guess.
And he also spoke with the camel too.
The camel that just knelt down on them. That was their ride. And the camel said, "Fuck it, I'm laying down. You guys get the hell off of me."
That had to have been something improvised, right? Nobody's going to train a camel to kneel. You can kind of tell that they're making it up as they go along.
Yep.
And even Aykroyd said, "Did you tell him to do that?"
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, so good. So good. Boyer might have lost her partner, but Milbarge isn't going to let Fitzhume go without a fight. On horseback, Milbarge storms the nearby cabin where Fitzhume's being held. After a wicked firefight, an errant grenade, and a massive explosion, the two escape on horseback and reunite with Boyer. The three come upon a group of 5 Soviet soldiers, 3 men and 2 women, one of which is late, middle-aged, and homely, the other of which is smoking hot. The threesome of spies execute a brilliant plan. Milbarge and Fitzhume pose as extraterrestrials to distract the group of Soviets, while Boyer sneaks around from behind to hit them all with tranquilizer darts. Meanwhile, back in Nevada, the drive-in theater transforms, and a number of gigantic reflector screens begin to appear as the base goes to level yellow. Returning to the Soviet Union, the 3 Americans receive updated mission parameters and instructions as to how to launch the missile. Executing the new instructions flawlessly, the ICBM launches into space. The group of 5 Russian soldiers awakens, and the realization comes to Fitzhume: I think I just started World War III.
Now this
lot to unpack in this section. Lot to unpack.
I mean, this is the best part of the
Yeah, there's comedy gold everywhere.
Comedy gold. The
action.
Piece de resistance is the interrogation scene.
That's correct. And please, could you? What's that phrase?
Oh. The one I just piece de resistance?
No, the one you mentioned by virtue of text message earlier in the week to me.
I forget which one I used because there were a lot. There were a lot of GIFs. Oh, the finger? Oh, the whole scene. I mean, it's so Fitzhume gets interrogated by the Russians. They want to know why he's there. What's your objective? Well, I object to taking a girl out and buying her dinner and then she doesn't put out. Why are you here? Why am I here? Why are we all here? Wasn't it John Paul Sartre who said, slap across the face? Yeah. Ouch. And then the other gentleman says, for every minute you're not here, I cut off a finger. Mine or yours? I mean, it's just
priceless. Absolutely.
And then he
priceless.
gets hit again and he's, why are you hitting me? He's going to cut my finger off.
Headquarters. I like headquarters.
Headquarters, yes. That's the headquarters. Good idea. Good idea. But for, again, all the times that
Fitzhume sold out Milbarge.
And including how he got captured. They were caught on the road to Dushanbe.
Yep.
Guns drawn upon them by members of the Soviet Union. And Milbarge jumps and escapes.
Yeah.
And Chevy, the diplomat, just stands there. Hands up. And Dan Aykroyd, what does he do? Dan Aykroyd. Milbarge, what does he do? He goes to save his buddy.
That's
he
right.
Doesn't know why he's doing it.
But there was a great tie-in to a movie that had come out a year earlier when Fitzhume says, well, do I get a phone call or something?
Oh, yeah.
And the one Russian says, well, who you going to call? And it flips to Aykroyd. I'm sorry, to Milbrand, now riding his horse in. The homage, of course, is who are you going to call? Ghostbusters, but it's there's Ray Stantz, i.e. Milbarge, riding in.
And then
mighty smart.
And Chevy tries to jump on the horse and pulls him off.
Dude, so look, it's quite clear that that Fitzhume is just selfish and he only thinks of himself.
But just the whole slapstick in that entire
there is
scene,
no doubt.
That
no doubt.
middle part of the movie. I mean, even when he pulls him off the horse, they jump behind the wood pile. One of the Russians throws a grenade. Chase catches it, looks at Milbarge. You don't want that. Throw it back. And he stands up, throws it back, and that's where the aforementioned big explosion takes place.
It lands in the box of other grenades.
And then finally, Chevy gets on the horse with Dan, and they ride off Hi-Yo Silver into the sunset.
So in the firefight back and forth, again, another slapstick scene with all of the bullets, firing everywhere. Chevy Chase's handcuffs, the chain is shot, right. And he looks to Fitzhume's handcuffs. The chain is broken, and he looks to Milbarge and says, "Did you do that? Did you do that?"
Yeah, I did that for you.
Yes, I did that for you. Priceless, just priceless.
I like that song that was playing when the Russians were there by the missile. I guess it was like some song from the
Soul Figure.
Is that what it was? Yeah, it was some song from like the late '60s. But I guess they said the Blues Brothers actually performed.
Yeah,
Aykroyd and
right?
Belushi, yeah, like in the early '80s. Which I'll get to a fun fact when we get to who.
Yeah,
Coulda,
sure.
wouldas and stuff.
Oh,
but,
we all have that one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to walk. So the three Americans are just strolling through the woods on their way to the missile, looking for the missile.
They hear that music.
And they hear this this old blues rock music, whatever, like just out of nowhere. Priceless.
And a boombox.
And a boombox. And they're just dancing in their snowsuits.
They always say that like they're always like 20 years behind usually with music and stuff. Like in Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
The Russians listen to the American music, just the intermingling of, hey, we're all one world. Right. And then the rocket, the
ICBM.
The ICBM, the SS-50 source programmable rocket.
Yeah.
And the former Dr. Boyer, Donna Dixon, gives her speech, her pep talk, the patriotic American.
This is for America.
This is for America. This is our objective to be here. You two.
I'm not letting my partner die in vain. Yeah.
And then Aykroyd's response about the warhead. You know what that thing will do? It'll suck the paint off your house, give your family a permanent orange afro.
Orange afro.
Permanent orange afro.
That was a good line.
It was the binoculars. I mean, this is the binoculars. The fight over the binoculars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would.
To see the sexy Russian as she was changing.
Cut both of your hands off in those binoculars.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the part 2 with the drive-in at Lancaster Drive-In. I guess that's supposed to be like Lancaster, California, I guess, is where they supposed to film that.
That's what I assumed. But
whatever. I assumed Nevada because they had a rented car and the plate was the Nevada plate.
Right.
Out there it's Lancaster though.
Right.
That's true.
By 85, I can't remember, but were most drive-in theaters vacant like that, where they're just desolate and like I'm trying to think back when like
85 was still rolling hard with drive-ins.
Okay, because that one looked like it was dusty and
but I think the mass exodus of drive-ins happened in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Like, and they all shut down. Like they all had just COVID.
Yeah, true. Well, I know we had the one in Dillsburg here, but I know like a lot of ours around here went out earlier. But I was just curious about that part. That was cool too, like that little hidden bunker underneath the.
Well, when the bureaucrats arrive there to the armed guards, I mean, there are some cameos in that.
There are some cameos there.
Other directors, but then they're simply told, "Why don't you gentlemen have a Pepsi?"
Yes,
2 Pepsis to go.
And then they get the tunnel down south, down into the basement of the bunker, the fortified.
Another homage by Stranger Things.
Correct.
I mean, last season, and in the current, but no, definitely in the last season
with the mall.
With the mall. Oh, that was season 3 then. I'm sorry, season 3 with the mall. Down they go, and that's absolutely mirrors what happened in this movie with these guys in the elevator going down.
Correct. Correct. Yep. Then they get down there and the fun begins.
Yeah,
that's quite a drop.
Quite a drop.
I did see the. I did not know this. I'm not a Family Guy aficionado, but there was apparently an homage to that scene where 2 of the animated characters arrive and they're told to get a Pepsi, and do the death drop into the earth as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a fun fact, I guess, about that. Yeah. I never saw it either, but I did see that.
Sorry to spoil.
No, not at all. Not at all, man. We're all just sitting here talking.
Yeah.
With less than a half hour before the missile would hit the United States, Fitzhugh convinces Boyer to have sex with him. The remainder of the group follows suit. The homely female soldier grabs one of the Russian male soldiers, and the two steal away to a nondescript quiet location, while the two remaining Russian male soldiers steal away with one another to have gay sex. That leaves just Milbarge and the smoking hot Russian female soldier, who make their way to a tent for a quick romp in the sheets before the end of civilization. Meanwhile, we learn that the military base at the Lancaster Drive-In houses a new anti-ballistic missile defense system involving lasers. The purpose of having the American spies launch the Soviet ICBM was to test the new system. Not surprisingly, the new system fails. The laser just misses the missile and, instead, destroys a satellite responsible for broadcasting MTV. We also learned that the two Army generals at the Lancaster Drive-In military base forego alerting the president of the system's misstep, all with the desire to preserve the American way by letting the rest of the world perish in nuclear destruction. All hope for humanity seems lost. But just then, Milbarge realizes they can still divert the missile. The Americans and Soviets team up, execute a hastily cobbled together series of steps, and successfully divert the missile into outer space where it harmlessly explodes. Immediately following, we see the covert military facility at the Lancaster Drive-In stormed by U.S. Army Rangers, and the two Army generals, along with agents Ruby and Keyes, are arrested. Our movie ends with a heroic group of American and Soviet personnel, now serving as nuclear disarmament negotiators, all playing a mashup version of Risk and Trivial Pursuit to determine the peaceful path forward.
And the world is safe.
And the world is safe, thanks to Milbarge and Fitzhugh.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is just coming out of Cuban Missile Crisis, Cold War tensions, which all came to a head before the Berlin Wall fell. And, I think it was a little bit more than just testing this intercontinental ballistic missile.
So there had been talks of, when we were kids, it was called Star Wars.
Right.
It's not just for movies anymore. I mean, that was Reagan's plan, and it was a hoax, but it was the plan that, oh, look, we're the U.S. We have this magical missile defense system that nobody could see or know because it's top secret, but it's lasers that can shoot missiles out of the air.
Freaking lasers.
Yeah.
Freaking lasers.
But I think they...
it's sharks in space with lasers.
Correct. And I think they launched the missile to blow it up in outer space so it was no longer a threat.
Correct.
Right?
They were literally testing that system.
And
there's got to be better ways to test it.
But this is a theme of like war games, the same thing. We accidentally start a global nuclear war, global thermal nuclear war against us, and Matthew Broderick saves the world. Yep. So
if Matthew Broderick can save the world, why not Chevy Chase? Or Dan Aykroyd, I should say.
Both of them. They came together there at the end. You remember, again, Milbarge is giving the instructions, and Fitzhugh's following along. Yep. He has him smash the board.
Dude, yes, that was so...
And then, now bring it to me. And he brings him the rock. Not the rock.
Not the rock. Smashing that board, it's a rock, but he basically just touches it. It's almost like that thing was made of tissue paper or like... I don't know, like a plate of sugar, like, because it just broke like so easily. I mean, so easily.
Yes. And then, like you just said, he was getting, meaning Fitzhugh was getting electrocuted, so he had to hold it together.
He was serving as the bridge.
He was serving as the bridge. Yeah. But it was source programmable guidance.
I neglected to mention or question in, I think, the previous segment, when they execute the plan to infiltrate the 5 Russians, when Fitzhugh and Milbrand come in dressed as extraterrestrials, and then Boyer sneaks around from behind to trank all of the 5 Russians. Where did they get all of the equipment and garb necessary to dress as extraterrestrials? Where did that come from?
I had the exact same thought last night when I watched this. I mean, it is lit up. There's lights.
They're wearing Christmas lights.
They look like Christmas trees. Christmas bushes.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And how did they have the batteries to power that?
That must have been an Amazon drone that dropped it off.
I guess so. Look, I get you're supposed to suspend disbelief, but come on.
Yeah.
But it was zany and it was fun.
Correct. There's a few but when you get to those zany slapstick moments, you do have to suspend belief to make it work, to save the world.
Yeah, it's for purposes of saving the world.
I like at the very end when they're playing Trivial Pursuit. That's such like an 80s thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I totally forgot about that game. But I guess it was what you said, a mashup of
The Little
Risk.
Richard song. Good golly, Miss Molly.
Yeah.
Good golly, dude. There was a minute there where my wife and I, we were doing Trivial Pursuit like every night.
You play the old school version?
All the versions, dude. All the versions.
So if you play like the 85 version, all that shit's outdated now. I'm sure a lot of stuff changed, you know what I mean? Like,
So
the answers are probably wrong.
It really takes the right person. I know, like world records back then,
Right.
or some shit, or like Olympic stats or some shit. Like things are definitely outdated.
Top selling song of all time.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's still, I don't know. I mean, I still enjoy playing the original Dark Blue, Guinness 1.
Oh, yeah.
Or Genesis 1, however you want to pronounce it. Old school.
They had a
Trivial
kids
Pursuit.
version, too. I remember when we were kids.
There were many
Trivial Pursuit.
versions.
It's like the light blue box.
The light blue was for
more
kids. Yep.
Yeah.
That was
My parents and aunts and uncles would sit around and play
Yes.
that while we would run amok and play like Spotlight Tag and
Sure.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that was my parents. Like, their friends, they would get together, play Trivial Pursuit, and all the kids would just go do whatever.
It's a genius game.
Mhm.
Absolutely genius.
Yeah.
That somebody finally came out with that and was just compiling all of the information.
To this day, I troll my older cousin. I remember walking in on one of the games with my parents and uncle, and they were having my older cousin read some of the responses, and it had something to do with bowling, and he said it was a guitar ball instead of a gutter ball. So to this day, I
guitar
still
ball.
troll him over Trivial Pursuit.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, guys, that was fun. I guess it's time for the fun facts.
Man, as if this movie wasn't already fun enough, there's fun facts to follow.
So who wants to lead it off? You want to?
I'll start. May I start, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Dave, this is for you. Because I know you like Evil Dead.
I love Evil Dead.
Did you know that Sam Raimi played the role of one of the security guys at the Lancaster Drive-In?
I did see that.
Okay,
yeah.
well, son of a
So
bitch.
he was the one, and was the other one was John Landis, I believe.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct.
When I first saw it, I didn't realize it was Sam Raimi, but then looking it up, I'm like, oh, that was, and I went back and watched it. I'm like, oh, it's Sam Raimi. Yeah, I love Evil Dead. Actually, those faces that, when they come off the 0G thing,
Yeah.
those faces they made kind of remind me of Evil Dead. Some of the scenes in
Yeah.
Evil Dead, yeah, definitely.
I can see that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the cameos in this, I had a list of them.
Oh, shit. A whole list. All right.
So Frank Oz, we talked about. Michael Apted, I don't know him. Who that is? You guys know that guy?
Nope.
I do not.
Yeah. Well, let me see if any of these ones. Martin Brest.
Nope.
No, nobody knows him. Yeah, a lot of these names. I didn't know if you guys would know him. Terry Gilliam.
So Terry Gilliam was with, there's another guy that was listed as well, that those two were in a lot of things together since Monty Python. I forget the other guy's name.
But didn't he do Breaking Bad?
Terry Gilliam.
That's Vince. Vince Gilliam.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say and when I first read that name, for whatever reason, I thought of Agent Scully from X-Files.
Yeah.
Terry, is it Terry Gillian?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Terry Tate, office linebacker.
Yeah.
Close, but not really at all.
Two of the other big ones were B.B. King
Yeah.
and
Never heard of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Right.
met B.B. King.
Did you meet him?
Sure. Not only did I meet B.B. King, he signed a guitar for me.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
The other big one was Joel Cohen.
Yes.
He's the guy from Fargo. Like
Yep.
did Fargo and all
Yeah.
that. So yeah, they
One
were
of
the
one
cameos.
of the brothers.
Ethan Cohen. was
The
other one.
Cohen brothers.
Yes, yes. So yeah, those were some of the cameos in there. Anyhow. So.
Well, I have a fun fact, which seems to be a fun fact of every movie of this era, including Three Amigos, as I recall. But John Belushi was supposed to have played the Chevy Chase role.
That's
before
correct.
He passed.
So when Dan Aykroyd and Dave Thomas wrote this movie back in '82, their intent was, in fact, to have John Belushi play the role of Chevy Chase. Or I should say, play Chevy Chase's role.
With Aykroyd in it.
Yep.
I didn't realize this was the first movie Aykroyd and Chase were together on.
That is correct.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that either.
I didn't until I was reading through like the fun facts on it, but
Yeah, there were a few. But this was definitely the first one. So I forgot to mention the names as part of the cast, but surely we all remember one of the Russian guys. One of the two. The one had the Russian watch. We all remember the other Russian guy who was played by James Doughton. We remember him as Greg Marmalard from Animal House. I saw him and I'm like, oh man, I know that dude.
Recognize him?
Yeah, I recognize him somewhere, and it's literally like one of 4 movies he's done.
Did you guys know the film originally ended with the destruction of the world?
I did read that, and I also read that the screening fans didn't.
They didn't like it.
No. Well, who's gonna like that?
Yeah, true. So a more upbeat ending was later filmed on a Burbank soundstage. So yeah.
I find that hard to believe. I mean, it just doesn't fit with the whole genre. I think that I'm calling that out on internet BS.
BS.
Yeah, AI making stuff up.
Could be.
What's the movie Old? I think it's black and white. Is it? It's not Dr. Zhivago, is it?
Well, there was a poster of that in this.
What's the one where the guy's riding the bomb at the end? And
that is Dr. Strangelove.
That's it. Thank you, Dr. Strangelove.
And there's a parenthetical to it as well.
That's correct. A long phrase.
Learn to live with the bomb.
There it is. Yeah. That one ended with an explosion.
It did.
So we also talked about the music in this. Or a song tied to this that none of us kind of remembered, I guess, was Spies Like Us by Paul McCartney.
By Paul McCartney.
So in my opinion, when I heard this song, and I've heard it back then, I didn't remember the song, but I thought it sounded like a Duran Duran song. That's what I think Paul McCartney was going after that.
I think if you would have asked, if you'd ask AI right now to write an 80s song, it would probably sound like
Spies Like Us.
It was clearly the 80s genre. It was heavily synthesized beats, keyboard, you name it, heavy reverb.
Yes,
like it sounds like it's being played inside of a church.
Yep.
You know, that's 80s all day. And Paul McCartney he moved and shook with the times, and he kicked this out.
But I'm sure Duran Duran or bands of that era were influenced by the Beatles.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny when bands get older and then they try to sound like bands that, you know what I mean? Like he was trying to sound like the time.
Correct.
You know what I mean? That influence.
He's exactly that. Like, dude, you were done 20 years ago, bro.
Oh, come on.
15 years ago.
Okay.
Who's the best Beatle?
Alive or dead?
No, like your favorite.
I mean, I would say
Pete Best.
Pete Best.
That's right. Pete Best, the 5th Beatle. I don't know. I like George Harrison.
I would say my favorite.
Oh, that's the easy answer.
I like George Harrison.
Yeah.
I actually like George Harrison solely for When We Was Fab. Love that track.
I mean,
from his solo career. Love it.
Yes, his solo career. It was like a garden hose getting pinched off when the Beatles broke up.
And then it's all,
Wrap your head around this for a moment. The Beatles, starring Paul McCartney, had done, and they had finished. They had started, did everything they did, and broke up by the time Paul McCartney was 27 years old. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is insane. I mean, to have that such a mammoth, and I mean gargantuan career, global, like solar system wide career by then, done by the age, all done by 27 years old. Holy shit.
Yeah, where'd he go from there?
And then to still have enough artistic whatever build up in him to write a song like Spies Like Us.
Yeah,
I know.
right.
This guy's like the Jesus Christ of the Beatles.
Yes. Yeah.
No, that was John.
That was John.
That
I'm
was
sorry. The song was pretty terrible. But that song, Spies Like Us by Paul McCartney, did, in fact, peak at number 7 on the U.S. singles charts.
How about that?
It's still a pretty terrible song.
Hey, back to earlier, JW, you were talking about Family Guy. That was called 2009, I'm sorry. In 2009, Family Guy aired a spiritual sequel titled Spies Reminiscing of Us.
Oh.
Featuring Chase and Aykroyd as themselves on another covert mission. In the episode, they claim Reagan made them real spies after seeing the movie.
Nice.
So that's the episode, I guess, in Family Guy.
Yeah, I just saw the clip of it, but I know it was a whole episode devoted to it.
I'll have to look at one up then.
Very interesting.
So as we all know, Vanessa Angel was by far and away the smoke show in this movie. And we know she was featured in other things, but there was an other smoke show in this movie, that being the role of Alice, who was Fitzhume's supervisor. Alice was played by a young lady named Heidi Sorensen. Dave, at least, possibly you as well, JW, may recall Heidi Sorensen's very small role in the 80s classic horror movie Fright Night.
Oh, yeah.
She played the hooker.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that one, right?
I sure
Not too
did.
long ago,
We
Friday
sure
night
did.
on the V.C.R.
I did not know that.
There you go.
Do you know Paul McCartney did one other title song for a movie? Do you know what it is?
I do. And it's actually one of my... So when you talk about James Bond, you can't say what's your favorite James Bond movie. You have to speak of James Bond movies by whoever the actor that's playing James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, in fact, Paul McCartney did the theme song for my favorite Roger Moore James Bond, which is Live and Let Die.
Yeah, 1973.
Later covered by Guns N' Roses in the Use Your Illusion albums.
That's correct. Yeah. How about
so-
that?
Was that a McCartney song or a Wings song?
McCartney.
McCartney?
Yeah.
Mm. And one last thing on that song, Spies Like Us, back to that. Landis reportedly wasn't fond of it. He didn't like it.
Does not surprise me.
Yeah. But speaking of not fond or fond of, I guess it's
Oh,
time for our
Look at that segue.
late fee return or burn. So, JW, you picked this. Why don't you lead us off?
Well, considering I have a cassette sitting right here in front of me that I have never returned, I'm sure I bought it. This is a keeper. In fact, I could not. I swear I have a DVD version of this too, and I rummaged my basement last night trying to find it, to revisit it once again, and ended up then having, like all of us Gen Xers do, put down for the third or fourth time for the same feature film another $7.99 so I can view it on Prime indefinitely.
Of course.
Oh, you bought it on Prime.
I bought it on Prime.
Because
And it was
you don't have
$3.99 to rent it.
Do you not have a
$7.99.
VCR hooked up?
No.
Oh, my.
I know.
Shame.
I know. I have one in the basement that is kind of hooked up when I want it to be.
How
but
can you be a Gen Xer in your 40s and not have the nostalgia of having a VCR hooked
it
up?
just has to do with a very inefficient layout in my living room.
That's fair.
And an entertainment center that, no.
I can appreciate it. No, I understand. The
Yeah.
struggle is real.
I know. I have more components and boxes in my basement than hooked up.
Dude, I understand. Same. I can appreciate you having a VHS and hoping to have a DVD version. I know at least 2 movies I have VHS and DVD, Clue and, of course, Real Genius. Oh, and Dune.
Yeah, John
And
Landis.
Star Wars.
I didn't realize too. I'm glad you said that. So John Landis did Clue as well.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I
He
saw
did.
that in there. Yeah.
Well, I think he started Clue, but had to hand it off because of a conflict with directing.
Oh, with this.
Oh,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
So for
good.
you, you're late feeing this. Then you're gonna buy it.
I'm
gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take
it's
my
never going
wallet.
back. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah,
Oh.
clearly. I mean,
It's
every
never,
decade for the last 4 decades, I've forked over hard-earned cash to own some type of version of this in some
that makes
media
sense.
or digital format.
Okay.
If you don't want to pony up like JW, it's on Pluto and Tubi.
Mm.
Oh, thanks
But
for
you
telling
gotta
me
watch garbage commercials that take away from it. Then you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Yeah.
Put you get lost in the '80s for a minute until there's a commercial for what's that?
Sure,
Guardians or
something
whatever.
terrible, or Depends.
Yeah. Right.
15 years from now, I'll pony up $24.99 to have it permanently implanted in my brain.
The chip.
stem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the chip.
Right.
My USB port.
The VR version. Zab, you want to go next? Or you want me to go?
Sure. I don't care. But since you offer, I'll jump in.
Yeah.
I am borderline somewhere in the middle of return or late fee. Like, I would watch the shit out of this. I would rent this, watch it many times, and I foresee myself probably watching it 1 or 2 extra times. That would be just enough for me to hit that late fee.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this was just awesome. Loved it. Really, really loved it. So, yeah, I'm between return and late fee, probably leaning toward the scale of late fee.
Yeah. I think I'm where you're at too. Like, I know I saw parts of this. I don't remember that I watched the whole movie. But I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Definitely, at worst, going to return it. Nowhere near a burn. Probably a late fee, I would say. I watched it twice. You know what I mean?
And
like,
I might just watch the last part, the end part where Vanessa Angel is running out once once Milbarge figures out that they can change the trajectory of the missile.
Mm-hmm.
When she runs out of that tent wearing just her bra and then the snow pants, yeah, all day.
I'm looking
All
at my
day.
VHS copy right here.
It looks like you stopped right there.
Stopped right in the middle. So
Yeah.
my best guess is that's probably the scene.
It's worn out.
Correct.
And it's crazy. She was 19, 20 years old.
Legal.
Yeah.
To be clear, legal.
I know, but it's just, she didn't to me, she looked a little older than that. But
They,
I mean,
you
if
know,
the math is right, I
everybody
don't know.
looked older back then.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I definitely liked it, man. I'm glad you brought this one up to review because, you know, like I say many times, a lot of these movies I'm not going to catch, like just go out on my own and watch. But I'm glad I did, man.
That's why there's always more than just one or two of us doing this.
Right.
Because, I mean, we need the JWs, we need the Matts.
Well,
You know,
yeah.
you name it. You name it. Another mind to bring back these classics that we just forget about.
Yeah, or just maybe never seen. Like, I don't know that I actually watched this whole movie.
Yeah.
But I definitely enjoyed it, man. You guys got anything else you want to cover before we...
I got nothing else other than if you've never seen this or if it's been a long time, don't sleep on this. Find it, watch this movie, and try to get the one that's not cut.
Right.
Get the original version.
The OG
Amen.
version.
Amen. I hope I kept your seat warm for you, Matt.
Yeah. Oh, no, you did good, man. You did good. But, yeah, don't forget to find us on Facebook and Instagram at Old Dirty Basement, on TikTok at Old Dirty Basement Podcast. Check out our other podcast, You Might Be a Madman. I think there was an episode of You Might Be a Madman with Emmett Fitzhume was on it. Was he? I'm trying to remember.
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
We had a special guest on.
How's that not a fun fact for today?
Yeah.
Well, now it is.
Now it is.
It's out there. But, yeah, JW did great, man. Good pick.
Thank you, good sir.
Yeah, dude. Thank you. Thank you so much, JW, for joining us today.
Yeah. So, like I said, don't forget to find us on our social medias. Check out You Might Be a Madman. And I guess that's it for now. So we'll catch you where?
On the flip side.
If we don't see you sooner, we'll see you later.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Vintage Cinema Review in the Old Dirty Basement. If you dig our theme music like we do, check out the Tsunami Experiment. Find them on Facebook. Their music is streaming on Spotify and Apple, and where great music is available.
You can find us at Old Dirty Basement on Facebook and Instagram, and at Old Dirty Basement Podcast on TikTok.
Peace.
We Audi 5000.